Welcome to the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. Thanks for coming. This is a Virgo reading. This is for all Virgo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, 6th house. Wherever you got Virgo, we've all got it somewhere. If this is your reading, it'll resonate. If not, just leave it behind. It's for someone else. There's a lot of Virgo readings out there. Check them out. There's more in my library on my channel. Find my playlists. And we have a Divine Circus reading coming out today. We have the Divine Circus deck. We have the Curious Creatures deck. And that's what we have going on. We have a few more. We have the Monopoly, and we have a Cosmos deck, and we have the Power of Surrender. And this is going to be our Divine Circus reading. I am a licensed acupuncturist. I've studied Chinese medicine and herbalism, yoga and astrology, and I'm here to read the cards and share the wisdom and knowledge that I've acquired on my journey so far. Life has been insane the last 3 years for many of us as we've journeyed through the valley of the shadow of death. I know many of you have gone through it and are still going through it in life. And this is the 3-ring circus of our lives. And we all play a role, and we all have a different stage and arena. And every stage and arena, we play a different role. Sometimes we play the same role in every stage, but oftentimes we're different characters depending on where we are. So that can seem inconsistent in people, but actually it's just their energy playing out differently given their astrological charts. I am someone who does chart readings, and those will become available soon. Online, I have personal readings and subscriptions. If you want to check that out, the link tree is in the description box. I appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes. It really helps me out in my life, and I definitely love helping you in my life. Thanks for being here with me and for viewing the messages, and I hope that they help your life. We have Pinhead Punchinello, and let's see something here, you guys. Did I have to grab the book? And we'll read this one, but I'm gonna get another card out first here. We've got the Curious Creatures, and this is the getting these cards out sometimes takes a second, but we're here hanging out. Thanks for being in the reading. I'm tuning into the rose quartz right now. I'm feeling like someone is really needing some rose quartz. So if that's you, go for it. Pull it out. Pick some up at the store. It's not real expensive. Don't give the excuse that you can't buy it, but I know what it's like when you can't. I totally get it. This Magician card is popping out. I'm just feeling a lot of pizzazz here. There's a lot of pizzazz. Maybe someone here is like really, I don't know. There's an exuberance. Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands. Someone's making you an offer. It's coming from their heart, but you're not into it. You're not into it right now. I feel like it's not what you were wanting to manifest. I feel like this Pinhead Punchinello, it's just like your energy here. I feel like it's like, you know, you're all dressed up for life. That's the vibe. It's like You know, you're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for the show of life. You're ready for your performance. And actually, you know, I feel like there's an energy of like observing and like waiting for things to, like waiting for the auditorium to fill up. That's what I'm getting. Like you're waiting for the auditorium to fill up, and then but there's like an offer that's like coming through. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling this vibe for some reason. You got the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So someone's a phony here. Someone's a phony. Someone is totally a phony. And they are not being truthful to you. And they mess around with your head and they get you up worrying at night. And you don't have to play with this person at all. Just, there's a reason you're just kind of like watching things right now. Like, I feel like you're in an energy of like pizzazz, like nothing's really bothering you. I feel like you're just seeing this kind of happening externally, outside of you. Maybe not even so personally, but it's like, you know, maybe even like, it's like the universe is offering you something. But there's a tentacle here. There's a tentacle. It's like there's this offer coming in and you're not seeing the whole picture. You're only seeing one aspect of it. And that's why you might be saying no way. You're not seeing the whole you're not seeing the whole octopus, essentially. You're not seeing the other 7 arms. Yeah, that's what's coming through here. You have the 2 of Pentacles coming out. There's a balance here that you're needing to strike in order to pull through and like win here. And not necessarily so much about winning over someone else, but it's like I really feel like the universe taught you a lot about committing to yourself, allowing good things for yourself. Like, there's an element of not wanting to allow love for yourself, because when you do, you can't see everything right away. And it ends up, it's like a squid to the face is what I'm getting. You end up with like a squid to the face when you allow this kind of energy to come. So you hold it back. And you've had to do this dance because there's been phonies and games played. And I feel like you've done a really amazing job of just getting more clarity to yourself. More clarity is coming in. Six of Wands, Queen of Wands. There's a real victorious energy here. It's like learning to allow the right kind of offers is the lesson here. Like, you have to learn how to allow the right kind of offers, and then you don't have to worry as much about like boundaries, I feel like. There's like needing to understand boundaries in a better way, or it's like you're learning that now. Like you have to learn to trust your intuition to understand which offer is going to be sticky and which one's not. Like, which one is coming with excessive attachments, excessive emotional attachments. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're not wanting excessive emotional attachments, but then there's even a sense of isolation. But when you end up with these attachments, previously when you've been attached, there has been these mind games and stuff like that. And that's what it's like. So then there's this sense of isolation. There's this sense of like insomnia and like worry and analysis paralysis kind of stuff that comes in. But what I'm getting here is that there's there is a balancing act here, but there is an elevation. There's a higher truth. There's finding flight. There's a real creative force here, like real empowerment. It's like Mother of Pentacles. This has to do with, there's a relationship here, there's a commitment, there's maybe a fear of commitment. Or there's a need to there's a need for monogamy here is what I'm getting with this. And definitely a lot of sex, though, in that partnership. A lot. There's the bunnies here. There's the bunnies. There's this element of the swans here. And I've been tuning into the rabbits here, and like just an energy of like needing to fuck like rabbits, like they say. But it's like you need that with just one person. So you have to be really picky about your commitments because you don't want to get attached to the wrong person, but you really need to have that physical pleasure in your life. You need to have that. That's one of your circus rings that you really need to have in life, is like a sexual arena. And that's like a big part of your experience. but I feel like there's an element of, you know, really finding balance between a lot of things that you do in your life. Knight of Wands, Five of Cups. Yeah, like this is being tired of one night stands. This is being tired of being sexually impulsive and ending up with the wrong people in life. You don't want that anymore. That's coming out of your life. You don't want it. That's it. And you want something more stable, something more, you know, like having a provider where you provide for your partner, or like something more, you know, receptive. The Empress. Like wanting marriage here. Wanting marriage. Wanting commitment. Definitely wanting commitment here. Starting stable avenue. Ace of Pentacles. There, I feel like there's going to be an offer. So whatever, if this is a relationship for you, it's like, maybe, you know, you're giving that up. Like you're giving up that one night stand energy and choosing to go for it. You have to take it how it fits for your life. But it's like, you know, seeing how that's not fulfilling for you anymore. Maybe that was good for a while. But then you know, there's an energy of like having sabotaged yourself. Justice here, like, you know, maybe definitely having a lot of wild nights in life. And darkest before dawn way, the Wheel of Fortune, and leave it all behind place. I feel like that's talking about like there's a karmic movement here. There's definitely an elevation in the cycle. This is saying that there isn't going to be the kind of energy that you're used to in life anymore. You're not going to be having a lot of like dark times with people. You're not going to be having a lot of mind games with people anymore. Like this is coming to tell you that you're done with that sort of thing in your life. You're not going to have these emotionally abusive connections that you get attached to and stuck with, and that cause a lot of suffering and pain, and cause a lot of mental anguish and weariness and depression and everything like that. This is coming to say that you're elevating from out of that. You're elevating out of that. It's been a almost impossible feat at times to maintain balance with what you've had going on in your life. The thing is here that 10 of Pentacles, abundant legacy avenue. This is a job well done. This is a bonus coming in from the universe. This is really being completing a cycle, reaping the rewards, really feeling a sense of accomplishment, and, you know, for the actions that you've taken, for the energy that you've brought to the situations in life, for what you put out there too. collaboration avenue, 3 of Pentacles. So there's definitely something with career, money, business, finance, some kind of creative project, working together. Money's going to come in. It's going to be profitable and fruitful. It's like I feel like there's a creative process between people right now, and it will come into fruition. Like it's going to reap the reward. You're going to, you know, like say you're doing a food truck with someone, it's gonna do well, you know. That's just an example, like, you know, pulling that out of it. We have Chariot, Hermit, and Conflict Gardens. Well, that's interesting. I'm talking about a food truck. Could be a food truck for someone. If this, in order to move forward, you have to make sure that you're sharing your ideas with the right people, and you also have to make sure that you're talking about everything that you need to within your collaboration. You want to keep everything like in the light, if you will. So don't forget to communicate well, because if you keep it all inside, it might create some conflict, right? And make sure you center yourself when you're coming together and collaborating with your people here. That's just something to remember. But there's definitely forward movement on the process. And, you know, understand that there's creative conflict, and then there's the kind of conflict that arises that tells you that it's time to shut the door. And you have to know the difference. And the difference is that everyone learns together when you stick it out, and when other people, when it just doesn't fit anymore, you have to just cut that loss and go and recognize the difference. That's the thing you need to hear. We have the Emperor and the Moon. There's something you're not seeing about your business right now, and you need to see it in a more valuable state, okay? Needing to value what you do is very important. And pay attention to your intuition, because it'll tell you when you're not valuing yourself, you're going to get a little bit of an intuitive nudge. Start tuning into yourself. And when you get that intuitive nudge, just take a deep breath and ask, you know, for guidance from whatever, you know, whatever higher power you talk to or whatever. Like, just take a deep breath. You don't have to say anything. Just experience the breath in that moment. But recognize when you're not valuing yourself as highly as you should, because you're worthy and you deserve amazing things in your life. And that's the kind of stuff that's been holding you back, I feel like, here. And, you know, getting attached to the wrong kind of people because you've never experienced necessarily the right kind of people in life. And, you know, your background may have been, you know, just stuck in the system, really, like in and out of juvie, or, you know, who knows what your background is. But it's like, you know, you came from a different place than you're in now, and you've worked really hard. We have Moment of Glory Garden, 6 of Wands, and Waiting Patiently Avenue, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're getting ready to triumph here. It's like you're gonna win something, and it's having to do with the hard work you've done on the inside of yourself, and getting recognition from just the success that you're pulling in. Because we have the Magician at the top of a reading with the Ace of Swords. It's like pulling in really clear manifestations, like high vibe things that you've been wanting for your life. It's like there's seeds here with the acorns. It's like you're getting more seeds to plant for the next level. And that's really important, you know, because it's like you're reaping the seeds, or it's like you're reaping the reward, but you're also planting more seeds as you go. That's really important, that you continue to plant seeds as you go. And there's a video in my library, and it's a forgiveness video, and I suggest watching that because it can help you learn how to plant seeds, and that's an important process. We have the Five of Wands here again. There's been a lot of battles, tug of war, conflict with people. You know, people have different ideas about life than each other, and then they fight about it. And instead of recognizing everyone has their own way to do things and just allowing that, there's just this constant, you know, tug and pull and twist and shout and everything like that. And that's what's coming to a halt in your life. I feel like you're not going to have all this conflict, but there's been a lot. There's been a lot. Knight of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of clear and direct communication here, which is bringing ultimately like more balance. There's more balance coming in here. Everyone's getting fed is what I'm hearing. And that's the thing. We have the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. There's a wedding here for sure. There's definitely a wedding coming together here. There's a few things going on in this reading, so there's potentially several messages for different people, but we did have a wedding ring over here. I feel like it's finally receiving the relationship you've always wanted, is what I'm getting here. And we have the Sun at the bottom. Wow, that's really amazing. There's like this is family, it's 2.0. This is someone you've known before. Like, you're giving it a second chance, but this is the kind of second chance that you want to have. It's healthy. It's healthy and it's balanced because you've done the work on an emotional level to allow yourself to receive. Like being allowed to receive love this time, and you couldn't receive love before. So no matter what, no matter how many, people came around, you couldn't receive it. You couldn't receive that. Now you can. And like finding real joy and harmony with that. It's like, yeah, there's so much growth here. Like going from this like Five of Pentacles, like abandonment kind of feelings, and really growing here. We got the Sun and the just the different vibration here with this growth energy with the squirrel and learning how to save your own time and energy for yourself. Like that's what you did. You learned how to save your own time and energy for yourself instead of over giving and giving and giving. And that's really helped you to work with other people, finding other people who are more harmonious in life. We're gonna get to the power of surrenders here in our divine circus reading. So yeah, it's like there's like several arenas here because it's the circus, and this is how it's flowing out of here. It's like being the ringleader of your life, but also having like other roles that you're playing within the circus. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Yeah, so it's just like taking that time to relax and just see that the universe wants you to relax. And the more you relax, the more you can continue to relax. It isn't always easy, but you don't have to push so hard. Virgo is the workhorse, and you can totally just coast, you know, talk to Pisces over there and get some balance and just like lay on a raft and float for a while and surrender your belief in scarcity. So this has to do with your mindset. Like counting your blessings is really important, and what looks like scarce, you know, what seems scarce is really just things not plugging in correctly into your perceptual reality, really, because there's always enough and the universe always brings you what you need, but there needs to be an understanding of what the universe is bringing you is ultimately freedom from fear when you learn how to harness the triggers in your life. The universe is asking you to open the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And then surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. It's looking at the little things, you know, looking at the little things and seeing how much value are in the little things that you have and that you do throughout your day, you know, like when you make a coffee in the morning, like how beautiful is that? And, you know, when you see a butterfly or whatever it is that brings wonder and awe to you in your day, like seeing how valuable each little thing is, because we can totally just take all that for granted and not find a moment of peace. So when we can't see those things and we're blind to it because of bad seeds that were planted in our mind previously in life, you know, that's the thing, is opening up the mindset and recognizing these things. You just have to put your awareness on it and it opens it up. The mind doesn't have to get really involved, but it likes to. You just need to breathe into it and put the awareness on it. Breathe into it, put the awareness onto it. Worry is fear. You don't need it. You're going to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it, but just put down that story that gets you all in a tizzy. Let it go. And it's easier said than done. But the more you just breathe into it, let the mind do whatever it wants to do. Don't try to stop the mind from giving you a worrisome story, but just put the awareness on that too. Breathe into it, let it go, write it down. It'll pass. It's like a storm, and it'll just pass. That's the hard thing. Worry can be hard. Balance your earth element. Eat routinely. Eat semi-healthy. Eat what you love, but take care to what you know about health and get other opinions on healing your digestion and just getting into more routine with eating, or whatever it is. You might have a little bit of a food trauma or something like that. So just balance your earth element if that's something you tend to do, is worry, okay? And surrender to spirit. If you don't know how to balance your earth element and you say, well, I don't know what to do for my spleen, stomach, meridians, and Chinese medicine, but here's what you can do. You can ask the universe to bring you the right knowledge and information to help you with that if it's something you have a problem with, like worry. And worry is not wrong or bad, but it actually really steals our peace when it's constant. But we have to heal the underlying wounds that trigger the worry within. And this is the thing that spirit needs to do for you, is bring you the right information and knowledge, because there's so much out there and you need to get the right knowledge that speaks to you. And some knowledge may be good for you now, but then it won't be very relevant to you later. That's part of the process. But what is here for you now, and what's calling to you now? Do you need a deeper reading in life? Check out my description box, and I have some offerings there in my link tree if you need further assistance in life. And this is your Divine Circus reading. Thanks for being here. We're definitely going to be getting some extended readings going shortly, and we're going to be doing romance readings and stuff like that. And I'm really excited for you to be here. And we're going to do Twin Flame, and we're going to do all kinds of stuff on our subscriptions. And we're definitely going to get some sexual readings going in our subscriptions, and definitely going to have a lot of fun over here at the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. So we're going to get another Monopoly card out here and see what the universe has left to say. Messenger of Slow and Steady, Knight of Pentacles, and Anxiously Stressed Out Way, Nine of Swords. It's like waiting makes you anxious, not having the answers makes you wait. It's like you want it to happen now, it's not happening yet. You have to recognize that with the Knight of Pentacles, it's a sure thing. It just takes a long time to get there. Okay? So it's like you're not getting the confirmation that you are thinking that you need, and it's worrying you. It's the worry thing again. The Tower, you're afraid something's going to happen because it's taken too long. It's like it's taken too long, and so then your mind starts to get involved in, worrying and creating a bunch of what if scenarios and everything like that. And, you don't want to experience another tower in life where the building crumbles before you and you have to pick up the pieces, and you've done that 1,000 times. but not hearing anything makes you stressed out, and it's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And you know, being stuck in the hanged man here, it's like your questions aren't being answered, your mind's questions aren't being answered, and so then your mind starts to go into a tizzy. But it's like there's a fear of like having everything fall apart, and that's what gets you. You don't want everything to fall apart, and it has before, but that doesn't mean it's going to fall apart this time. See, we have restful and solitude way, 4 of Swords. There's nothing to worry about. Look, we have wishes come true place, 9 of Cups, and supporter of truth and protection, Queen of Swords. So this is a very aligned situation. It's definitely like on the up and up. It's you know, if it's a person you're dealing with, they're saying it's who they say they are. They are who they say they are. They're bringing you what you want. You can relax, okay? And that's staying strong here, okay? You are the lion today, okay? We have the number 8. We're brought to you by the number 8. Quick communication art garden. We have 8 here. So there's definitely something coming in fast. You've been holding strong. Communication's coming. And this is another surrender card here from the universe. Surrender your attachment to results. So you have an idea about how things are supposed to look in your life, and the universe has a completely different trajectory for your life than you think that you're supposed to be doing. So when you're attached to how things look, like I'm working toward this goal, it has to be this goal. Well, actually, you're working towards something, but the goal might be different than you're thinking it is. And so you have to understand what the ultimate goal is might be different than what your mind thinks. Okay? And when you get attached to the way your mind thinks, then you end up frustrated and you end up suffering over it because it's not giving you what you expect or what you think it's supposed to be. So you have to be a little bit more flexible here, you know. You gotta be like bamboo. You gotta allow things to just unfold as they are, and recognize there's always an underlying reason for things, even if you can't see it at first. You have to just let the universe reveal it for you, you know. It's like unveiling something. You don't unveil the whole thing all at once. You unveil a little bit at a time. It's a little bit more exciting, but it can also be a little bit unnerving too, because you want to fucking see already. But that's the thing. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for being here with me at the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. Until next time.